Yep. What up? All right. So we got another one from Patrice O'Neal.
Okay. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Okay. What we got?
This is Patrice O'Neal destroys a feminist.
Okay. Yeah, which she does. She does talk about women, a certain type of way very well.
He does talk about women a lot. He's talked about feminists before.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? And then is very opinionated about it.
He sure is.
Let's go, man. You ready?
Yes, I am.
Next up on the chopping block, XM satellite radio DJs Opie and Anthony. They're under fire now for airing joking comments about raping Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice. Will they be the next to go? Is radio cleaning house after the Imus debacle? With me now, New City President Sonia Osorio. She took part in a recent protest calling for radio stations to stop supporting negative language in music and talk radio. And also our favorite stand-up comic, Patrice O'Neal.
Thank you, sir.
Patrice, are O&A next?
I hope not. I wish JB and Elvis didn't lose their job or Imus. It's funny. This is the thing. I don't know her, but I'm assuming that she has nothing to do with funny. So I'm gonna speak as the expert on funny. Funny people should just be left to trying to be funny.
What if they're not funny?
Then you made a mistake. But how many times has how many unfunny rape jokes lead to rape?
I don't know how many jokes about rape there are.
There's a lot. But your world is not funny. Your world is next on the big story. My world is people trying to be funny.
Well, I mean, you think it's okay to try to make jokes about rape?
I'm diabetic. I make fun of that. I'm a victim. I might lose a toe. But I'm trying to make fun of I'm trying to make fun of anything I think I can make fun of.
Sonia?
What's happening now is the marketplace is deciding what's appropriate or what's not appropriate. I think the nation is just tired. There's a new mood in the nation.
What nation?
The nation. You know what? We're tired of things that are just
Is this the nation, this paper, and you? I'm not the nation. I'm just speaking for me and funny. You're speaking for the nation, or you're speaking for...
Yeah, you know why? Because I remember 6 years ago doing something against Anthony Opie because they were just so outrageous, and their violent images they put out to women was just uncalled for. And now I think people...
You think they were trying to be funny?
I think now people in this country
think they were trying to be funny?
Tired. You know what? I don't care if they're trying to be funny.
That's what I'm saying. Why are you in that business?
I've been to your show once, and it wasn't very funny being a woman.
It was
in your
hilarious.
Show, when you talked about...
That's why she doesn't like me. I was in the paper with her, and the joke is hilarious. It's called The Angry Pirate. And the lady who wrote it in her outrage didn't even know what it meant. And anybody who read it laughed because they know what funny... You're not living in the context of funny. You're living in the context of fire.
Have every right to be as funny as they want. They can go out and try to be as funny as they want, make as much money being as funny as they want. This is what's happening. There is a change in this country. People are realizing they have an opportunity to speak out, and advertisers are listening. Radio stations are listening.
Sonia, you're not talking to who I talk to.
And you're not going to get paid as much money anymore.
Sonia and Patrice,
that's
look
what
at
it
this.
is. The marketplace
More
is
CBS
speaking.
radio fires. They've been on a tear lately.
All right.
Are they cleaning house, or is this the PC cops run amok?
You know what it is, John. You know what it is while you're reading that paper. It's the PC cops run amok.
Do you think she's a PC cop?
Of course she is. She has an entire encyclopedia of her stance on it, but it's no passion involved. It's not a real... This is just what she has to say. We are outraged and fired and fired and fired. Name calling. I'm outraged. I am outraged.
You should be.
I am a fool. Now, if I called you a fool,
You know what? People are feeling a new sense of entitlement.
Who are these people
decency in this country?
Who are the people?
A new
How can
sense
you,
of
Patrice? So
entitlement
here's my question: how can you justify a bad joke, a joke that isn't funny? Oh, wait a minute.
Go ahead.
An attempt that isn't funny, doesn't get any laughs, and is about raping the first black woman to ever become the Secretary of State of the United States.
Throw that at me.
Well, why not?
The attempt is what I'm trying to fight for.
Yeah,
the
that's
joke
right, yeah.
may funny jokes and unfunny jokes are come out of the same birth.
Yeah.
That you don't know if anything is going to be funny. You should attempt to be able to make anything funny.
Don't you think a joke about rape is doomed to be not funny?
It's possible, but I've heard them.
You've heard a funny
I've
rape
heard-
joke?
yeah.
I say a couple. Watch my HBO special. I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah, Patrice says that if you're having sex with a woman, doggy style, and if you
Wrong.
hit her in the head just the right
No,
time.
it's ejaculate in her eye and kick her in the shin, and she walks around like, arg! It's the angry pirate.
No,
That's what she was
he
trying to say.
said a violent act of hitting her in the back of her head,
she
her
knew his
body,
joke. It's
called the
freezes
donkey
out,
punch.
which will then.
Why are you laughing? She's outraged. It's called the donkey punch. It's whole humor that she has no clue what it
You have the
is.
same problem that Opie and Anthony does. You can't say just anything on the air.
You can say anything you want. It might not be funny. You might get in trouble for it, but you should be able to be attempting. And plus, when is a crazy bum going to get an opportunity to rape the president? If the president's wife, John? It
Why
was
do you think-
trying to be funny.
All right, Patrice, why aren't I hearing Al Sharpton complain about this thing involving
Because
Congress?
it wasn't involving young black women.
Well, it's involving a very prominent black woman.
Well, where was she during young black? Everybody has their agenda.
I was there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, excuse me.
You know
But
what
why am I not hearing from Sharpton?
Because it doesn't concern him. It's not concerning him. It's black.
I would
It's,
hear from
you know,
Sharpton.
come on now. You know, Al Sharpton has his agenda, and it was perfect for Al. Young black women. And now she's representing just women in general. She's not representing the nappy hoe part. She's
Well, you know
representing just the hoe. The nappy headed part,
that's
she has
what
nothing to do
Ivan
with
said.
it. Just the hoe.
Sonia?
You know what? Women have been abused publicly in the media for too long, and people are tired of it. This has been a beautiful response of just the general public saying to advertisers, we're your consumers. We don't want to have to avoid everything in the street. We don't want to have to worry about what radio station we turn on. And there is some really derogatory, violent
You're going to
thing
get
to
all
deal
your
with.
information, ma'am, is secondhand from someone making you aware that someone may have said something that you should be upset about. It's a shame. Your constituency, the people you represent aren't all victims in this matter.
Patrice O'Neill, thank you
much
very
bigger
much.
than that,
Sonia
Patrice. You
Osorio,
just don't
thanks to
even
both
get
of you.
it.
Appreciate it. Time for big politics.
She had to get the last word in.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, he had a couple of key points, man. Like, you should definitely, the attempt to be able to say what you want to say should be accepted. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be.
You should be able to say whatever you want to say.
Right, freedom of speech, right?
You know, you just held accountable for what you say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, and I think that's what comes with the terrible. I mean, what comes with the territory, because most of these people that say these things, like Opie and Opie, I imagine they took account for what they said, right?
But that's you're
Right.
talking about a radio show where they, consistently joke about shit.
Right.
Different topics from political to, you know what I'm saying, to men, women, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, homeless people. We
Right.
saw a segment on there. Well, it was niggas versus Jews
Right.
on Opie and Anthony. It was a segment called Niggas versus Jews,
Right.
and Patrice O'Neill and was it Opie or
Yeah.
Anthony went out in the street
Right.
and was asking Jewish people and niggas. No, they were trying to get a cab.
Right.
Who would get the cab first,
Yeah.
the nigga or the Jew?
Right. And that's kind of what I mean. Like the
She
Opie,
wouldn't say nothing about that.
right. The Opie show, like, and that's the thing. It's whatever they choose to make an issue, they decide to make an issue. And like I said, he made a clear point. Like, who do you represent? She's representing the person that said something to her that she should have an issue with. You know what I'm saying? Like, right.
I guarantee you there are people that feel like her, but
Right. I mean, you have
probably
every right to
minority.
feel, but the thing is, you don't speak for everybody,
Everyone.
and the thing is that, again, the freedom of the speech, it should be, it should be allowed. It shouldn't be shunned. Like I said, the attempt. Now,
it's a radio show. You shouldn't, if you don't want to listen to the radio show, you don't have to turn on the radio show.
And like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a show.
And maybe because it was a little bit like a newer show for its time. Because this is an old clip, so I mean, I imagine.
Opie and Anthony been around a long time.
That's what I mean.
You know
but they probably were trend setting in their genres. You know what I'm saying? As far as maybe comedic, radio shows go. You know,
that's like anything. That's just like today, man. People get mad over little things, that hurt their feelings, and they think everybody feels the same way.
There's a time and a place for everything. I think that's, sometimes things can be too soon, you know what I'm saying, to maybe speak on, you know what I mean, or maybe make a joke on, or maybe not. But really, who draws the line at what's too soon? You know what I'm saying?
It was the specific joke they were mad about was they said the homeless man was gonna rape.
Oh, you talking about that? Okay.
They're talking about what they was talking about. That the homeless man was gonna rape Condoleezza Rice.
Right.
That's a I can see some people being upset about that, especially back then. But
exactly.
Exactly. I guarantee you some more crazier shit was said.
Oh, it has been said since then. You know what I mean? So it's just.
Like I said, the nigger versus Jew segment they had.
Right.
And then there still was on like Sirius XFM or something, so you can say whatever you want to on Sirius, or at least back then. I don't know what they're on, but
Yeah, man, at the beginning of the PC culture, man. You know what I mean?
Seems like it. It seems like it. That's the it was the start of the cancel culture. Motherfuckers started to cancel people back then. When was that?
Yeah, politically correct before it was cancel culture. So.
Patrice held us on though. Patrice held us on.
Definitely. Didn't call her out her name. Didn't do anything like that. She called him a fool. So it just kind of shows right there. You know what I mean? Like, and then like I said, his perception of things, it's wild because like he told you, he said we live in two different worlds. You know what I mean? We live in a world of funny, and you live in a world of, you know what I mean? And stay in your world. Stay in your lane. And I imagine in your lane, if you don't watch this type of stuff or entertain it, you're not gonna be bothered by it.
Yeah, she lives in
people that don't.
She lives in a world where she immediately gets offended by a joke. She don't even wait till the end of the joke. She gets immediately offended by it. She tried to recite one of Patrice's jokes, and it backfired. Somebody in the audience or somebody behind the camera started laughing.
Right, exactly.
Like, it's just funny.
And she said she'd been to his shows before and seen him before, so it's just kind of like, what's the objective?
Why would you go to that show? She knew she wasn't. She went to a show for some.
For reasons, just to see what he's talking about, and just to see the terrible jokes. I don't know who does that. You know what I mean? For what purpose? Yeah, man. Patrice, man, one of the greatest.